How you doing, guys? Great to see you here. I'm gonna bring you a quick deck profile. This is going to be my Glass Cannon Youthberk deck profile. I love this deck, and when it came out, at least with the full blast, when it came out, I managed to give it a try and all this stuff. And believe me, this deck it's very fun. At least it's very fun, and I really like it a lot. So yeah. But this is my take on it. Some people play it different. I saw a couple people on my locals that are also playing Youthberk, and they're playing it a little bit different, like a control type deck. But yeah, this is more of a glass cannon. You either win on the spot or lose. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started. The other day I got second place with this deck. I only lost to the new Dragon Empire deck because I didn't see my full blast, so I had to like brute force the full blast and I couldn't, so yeah. But yeah, Ride Line, super amazing. You have to use this. There's no negotiation there whatsoever. When rolled upon Soul Blast 1, look at top 3, call something. And if it is a grade 3, you add it to your hand, if I'm not mistaken. This guy effect is sometimes it's good to proc it, not every time. So if you hit a Felgrosa, you always want to intercept with the Felgrosa, even if your opponent is still going to hit you, because you need that counter blast. Just intercept with the Felgrosa. Break screw that. You really want to take you really want to abuse Felgrosa as much as you can. So yeah, and then obviously the Youthberk. But yeah, I'll explain why you have to do that when I get to her real quick. So yeah. Okay, so starting off, self-explanatory, full blast. This dude is the GOAT. So if they do a divine version of Youthberk, I'm really interested to see what it will do. Because believe me, to top this guy is pretty hard, to be honest, right now, especially since you have to have all the other ones and stuff. So yeah, to top Youthberk is going to be pretty hard. So yeah. Long story short, if you have all 3 of the older Youthberks, the front row gets plus 15k, and depending on which one you have in your soul, he has additional effects. So plus 1 critical, plus 1 drive check, and you can put something into the bottom. You can kind of imagine which one does what once I get to them. But yeah. And at the end of the turn, this goes back into the soul. So at the end of the game, if you don't kill your opponent, your soul's probably going to be your deck. So yeah, make sure to give your deck a pretty good shuffle. But yeah. Next, playing the 3 Youthberks, because you want to Persona right as much as you can to get those magic numbers very fast. So yeah. The only problem with the deck is that there are a lot of grade 3s. So it could be a little bit tricky, but at the same time, it don't matter. But yeah, next we're playing 1 of each of the older ones for the effect of full blast. In case you don't get the full blast, your best option is going to be Tempest. I was debating on playing 2 and 2 like I used to play in the past, but to be honest, I feel like just 1 and 1 of each one will probably be your best bet. You really don't have much of a problem. The only thing is that you probably have to get full blast as much as possible or see in your opening hand. The thing is that you filter your deck pretty fast, so you're bound to see stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, this build is very good. On turn 3, if you go first, you will get all 3 in your soul, no matter what. If you get all your cards right, just mulligan for everything, or just hard mulligan for what I'm gonna tell you. So yeah, that's it for all the Youthberk cards. And to round up all the grade 3s, we're playing this guy. I didn't expect this card came in set 6 in the past or something. I don't know when this card came out, but holy crap, I wish I played this when I was playing Youthberk for the first time. This card is ridiculous. This card just seals the game, and if you go first and your opponent doesn't have that many cards in hand, yeah, this just seals the game. And on top of that, if your opponent doesn't have, if you check the over trigger, just give everything to this guy. It don't matter. The only thing that will guard this is going to be elementary sensitive, and pretty much that's it. If not, your opponent must take everything to the face. So if you drive triggers everything to this guy, if you have it on the field, No negotiating, no full blast, no to the other one, always to this guy. Just because it's going to be very annoying for your opponent to guard this one. But yeah, especially just example, you drive check 2 triggers. Yeah, this guy is going to be the 28. So it's gonna be 28, 38, 48 triple. So yeah, it's going to be very annoying, especially if it's being boosted with something else. It gets to very annoying numbers pretty fast, and it's very important that you play ladder. The reason why you want to play ladder is just for the extra soul. So in case you don't defeat your opponent in the first turn and you had ladder, obviously you survive the next turn with plus extra 5k, and you can just soul blast this with full gross to draw 1 extra card, especially if you keep looping that full gross with no problem whatsoever. So yeah. Now going into the grade 2s, the most important grade 2 as of now is going to be Felgrosa. On play, Soul Blast 1, search your deck for a card with the Revolt dress, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with a Revolt form in its card name, and put it into the Soul. And then if you have all 3, or 3 cards with Revolt dress in their Soul, with different name or something, you Soul Blast 1 card without the Revolt form in its card name, and you basically draw 1. So if you have all these 3 in your Soul, basically you can do stuff. But yeah, it's very important, like, just Soul Blast, and then the other effect is just to Soul Blast something. So like I was saying, if on turn 3 you get you get everything, and by everything I mean 1 Fulgrosa and 1 of the Angel, so this is going to be basically your bread and butter plan. You just discard, turn 1, discard this effect, search for something that you need. It could be something, it could be this usually is going to be your easiest one, just to have it in the Soul. But yeah, search for this, put it into the Soul. If you have it in your hand, just search for the Full Blast, or if you have any of these, just search for a Full Blast and put one of them from your hand to the Soul. Then on turn 2 you play this Soul Blast, Soul Blast 1, search for another one, put it into the Soul, and yada yada yada. When your opponent's when it's your opponent's turn, always intercept with Fulgrosa. It don't matter if you're gonna take the damage or not. If your opponent is swinging you for 20, intercept with the Fulgrosa. You really want to see her in the graveyard. And then the next turn, when you ride into the grade 3, counter blast 1, add Fulgrosa back to the hand, replay her, and just get the 3rd copy. That's basically it. That's how you get it. So you need these 2 in your, at least this in your opening hand. Or you want to see it during your entire, like, writing up and all the stuff. So yeah, the Fulgrosa, you'll probably see it while, you know, looking at top 3 call grade 2 with the Youthberk skill. But yeah, another pretty busted card that I couldn't find 4 copies is going to be Drilling Angel. Drilling Angel will get you anything that you need. For example, if you went first, discard, you discarded this to the effect. The next turn, if you don't have Fulgrosa, you can just play Drilling Angel, put this into a Soul, look at top 3, and hope that you call her. But yeah, so the other effect is that if you call her by an effect, like if this card is discarded or being called to the field by an effect, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't have to be, yeah, you have about, if you have a Manger, yeah, play some Regard from the deck. She just basically does the same effect. So Drilling Angel, you can just put 1 into the Soul, search, and that's it. And obviously it just feels for Fulgrosa when you want to draw 1 extra card. So yeah, another card that's pretty good. It's pretty freaking insane. This could be just Drilling Angel because I didn't find the other 4. But this card does the job pretty well. It's going to be this guy, Exalted Dragon. In fact, when you discard it from your hand, Soul Blast 1, call it to the rear guard. And if it's the battle phase, it cannot attack. But the other cool thing about this card is that if you call something from your deck, it gets boost. That effect comes up a lot-ish. Basically every turn. Just Youthberk, just look at top 3, call something. So basically, this can just boost for free. And you know, the Soul Blast, just no problem whatsoever. Because to be honest, like, yeah, and you really want to have cards on the field like anything that could just get revived or easy to put onto the field. Yeah, that's probably going to be your best bet. So yeah. And that's it for grade 2s. For grade 1s, it's going to be your most important part. My recommendation, mulligan for this card every single time. If you don't see the card in your hand, just mulligan your entire hand until you see her. That's it. That's going to be your bread and butter. You always want to see her in your opening hand. This is the most important card in the deck, and that's it. There's no negotiation there. Always want to see her in your opening hand. That's it. And I already explained that. Yeah, so yeah. This just gives Youthberk one extra guy check when it goes into the soul, so it's pretty good. And this always has to go behind the Youthberk. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Your turn. If you have a Vanguard with Youthberk in this card name, this card gets plus 10k. So yeah, I mean, there are going to be a couple Augur situations where you could just have this, call this to one of your guards. It's going to be 10. So it could kind of get rid of something, but to be honest, always into the bag. So the Youthberk is always going to be 23 or 33, depending if you did Persona or not. If you play ladder, it's 28, so magic number when it has to guard with 2 cards. But yeah, so yeah, it's self-explanatory. Next, two cats. Reason why I'm playing 2 cats, I really want to see him, and it's not for the effect of the shield. It's mainly to the effect to look at top 5 and call something. And what are you gonna call? This or Felgrossa. It's always going to be those. If not, you filter your deck. So there's some situations where you can play cat into Drilling Angel. Drilling Angel put this into the soul, and then if the Drilling Angel hits this, you know, you with 1 card, you just fill 3. You fill 2 extra rear guards. So that's pretty much it. What you want to do. If not, this hits Felgrossa. Felgrossa by itself is pretty good. Oh yeah, the other effect that Felgrossa has is that she gets plus 5 if you did, if your Vanguard is in Revel form or Revel dress. Let me see. I don't remember. When your Vanguard with the Revel dress ability is placed, it gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. So she's going to be 30 by herself, including the boost from the full blast. Finally but not least, PG and Sentinels. That's it. And 4 heals, fronts. These are good. You could play 4 if you want. I was actually debating on screwing the heal triggers and just play 4 fronts, 3 heals, and screw it, to be honest. But as of now, this works. The front is nasty when you hit it, so that's another plus. And then 9 criticals. And by 9, I mean because I'm playing this OT. Now, you really want to play this OT because there are some situations where the only card that you could discard while riding up, it's going to be your full blast. This card right here, and it has happened to me a lot, and even when I was playing this deck in the past, where you just attack with Youthberk and you don't have the full blast, you drive check into nothing, and then this just adds to your full blast from your graveyard to your hand, so you can just basically go into it with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously that extra critical is so good. Like I said, you could give it to the grade 3 that your opponent only has to guard with triggers. So yeah, it's just nasty, to be honest. Like, this card, it's amazing, to be honest, in here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Youthberk deck. I hope you like it. I'll probably be posting an update once the new set comes out, because I think there's 1 card that comes out. If I don't do an update, just get rid of this. Get rid of this 4, and that should be it. Or do a mix between I don't know, playing 1 Drilling Angel, and for the other one you have to like negotiate or figure out what to do. You know, negotiate with yourself on what you get out. But yeah, this is my deck profile as a reference. I hope you guys like this video. Blah 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 blah, and thanks for watching.